Ready?
What I'll do is, you talk, you fish. Now I'm gonna stay on the big motor instead of standing up there.
Okay. You ready? Got it going? Hi everybody, it is Sunday, May the 12th, about 5:30 in the afternoon. We are all the way up at the dam by the cable. The cable is just right above the camera there. We're on the south side, the warm water side, and we are going to try some Bomber fat-free. This is the fry, and Phil has the fingerling. This one is in Bill Dance Pearl White, and Phil has shad truce on. We've got a northwest wind, still the 15,000 CFS of water flowing. I'm going to throw this out into the current and just let it swing back behind the boat. Just kind of hang it there and see what happens. We're going to try both the fry and the fingerling. The fingerling is a little bit bigger, goes a little bit deeper than the fry. And if this fry doesn't get down deep enough, we'll try the fingerling. Just cast it out there in the current and it's swinging, it's down back behind the boat. Phil is on the, I might have had a bump there. Phil is on the big motor to hold us there so we don't have to play with the trolling motor. But typically you can hold your spot right here with just the trolling motor. And once it gets back behind there, just let it drift back, jig it back up, hold it there for a second, let it go back down. Just kind of move back and forth and cover all this current. There's a heavy seam right here where it touches the eddy. And those fish, oh, they came all the way up their top. So it must have got twisted or bumped or something. Those fish were holding here yesterday morning in that rain. Pretty much all we had to do was cast a jerk bait back there and just hold it there for a few minutes or seconds and we'd have the fish on. But we wanted to try this with the Bombers. Kind of far out here, and I'm right underneath the boat right now. I think I'm actually stuck on the boat right now. Or I'm on the motor. Well, nothing officially on the one cast.
Big motor. You got a motor.
But I did get wrapped around that motor once or twice here, it looks like. When that bait come out of the water, I should have just pulled it in. I'm wrapped around one blade right there. I think I can get it. And we got it off. All right, just the motor on the one cast. That was the fat-free fry. So now I'm going to try the fingerling, and it is flavored shad truce, they call it. It's kind of like a pearl white with a little bit of a chartreuse stripe down the side. I'm going to show them this one real quick. So this one's just a little bit bigger, goes a little deeper. And again, we're going to try throwing it out in that current and just let it swing back behind the boat. I'll step back here so I don't get tangled in the motor again. With these baits, you can get in the middle of the lake in this current and just drift with the current, cast it back up towards the dam. You'll have to reel it down about 8 or 10 times, just hard enough to put a bend in the rod, and it'll eventually start touching the bottom. We've got some troopers over here that have hiked down the hill to fish the bank. That's pretty hardcore. Do stand a chance of picking up a walleye or a smallmouth or a white bass over in this eddy. Trying this. And a spoon could even work. Those guys on the bank are basically doing the same thing. They're throwing plugs out, just letting them swing down in the current. All right, well, nothing on the second cast. You want to try drifting them? Oh, there's a bite right there as I was reeling it in. Oh! And he came off. So they are looking for some shad still. He hit it right at the boat coming in. So now in drifting this, you'll want to be out in the middle, out in the main current. Back us up over there. And you're going to want to cast it as far as you can, back upstream. As soon as it gets on the water, start reeling it, get a good bend in your rod. You don't have to reel real fast. Once it gets down to the bottom, if it gets down to the bottom, you can stop reeling. And you'll know when it's on the bottom, you'll start getting a ticking. And as long as that rod tip is vibrating, it's working and doing what it's supposed to. If it stops vibrating, you've picked up some moss. There was bottom. Or you've come off the bottom. So if it stops vibrating, reel it, see if you can get back down on the bottom again. If you can't, bring it in and check for moss. There's some good bottom action. See how it's just kind of pulling like that? And it came off the bottom, so we're going to reel it just a touch. When you're drifting up here, always check downstream below you. Make sure you're not getting too close to an island or another boat. Oh, that felt fishy. You getting bottom with that one, Phil? So both the fat-free fry and the fingerling are able to get down to the bottom with this flow. Stop vibrating, so I'm going to reel it till it gets back down to the bottom. And not really vibrating hard, but I feel it ticking bottom, so I think I got moss. And nope, nice and clean. Again, throw it all the way up there as far as you can. Just start reeling it, enough to get some good bend in the rod. You see, I'm not just cranking away, I'm just getting it to go down. Once it gets on the bottom, that rod tip ticking like that, that's bottom, you can stop reeling. Oh, that felt fishy. I think that was just bottom again. Every now and then you'll snag these on the bottom and lose them. Days it can be a real good way to fish. Some of them bottom ticks feel pretty good, don't they? When the water's flowing like this, I found that you can do this from the dam all the way down to Short Creek. The flows are good for this. You'll have a little trouble around the bend there at Lookout Island, but after you get down just past the bend, that straightaway, this gets back down on the bottom again. As long as it's vibrating, it's working. If you lose that vibration, the lure working is what's causing that. That means it's mossed up, typically. You got 6-pound test on that rod, Phil? And then this one's got the braid with the 20-pound leader. I normally just run 6 pounds with them. 8 pounds will probably be okay. Not many fishing reports today. People that have gone out said that they struggled to catch fish. I've come off the bottom. I'm going to reel that until I can get back down on the bottom. And it doesn't seem to want to be going there, so I've picked up some moss. Just a little bit will do it. Did you lose your wiggle on it?
I felt like it.
Just got soft? Feels like we got a pretty good west wind. That might blow some shad into the dam.
You don't catch a lot of small fish on this, right?
you'll catch some really aggressive fish. They can be smaller, but you catch some pretty, yeah, it's more of a big fish lure. You definitely have an opportunity at getting into some good browns doing this. It's a nice relaxing way to fish. Yeah, I got you a good glob of moss there. Oh, that felt solid for a second. Pretty day today.
Wind doesn't bother you at all.
Especially if it's blowing with the lake. You can, wind doesn't hurt you one bit doing this. If it's blowing up against the current, then it's tougher to get them down and keep them down. Another way you can fish these if you're a little more aggressive, want to do a little more casting, is you can drift a little bit closer to the bank and angle that cast at a 45-degree angle and drop that down off the edge of the bank and drag it out into the lake. I've picked up good fish doing that before. That sun is shining me right in my eyes. And I've lost my wiggle. Up there, it's back. We are just about down to the boat ramp. Check for moss.
Yeah, it must be really mossy in there.
Got just a little bit on mine, not too bad. Oh, there's a young puppy. Oh, it's a good hole for walleye when water's like this too. keep coming up off the bottom. I might have just a touch of moss. Just a tiny bit. You probably got a little bit of moss on there. Yep. A little shallower through here. You can see how aggressive that bottom is.
Go down a trophy run and talk with.
All right. As you're going past these eddies, you could reel in and cast over in that eddy over there and drag it out through that.
That's where I thought we might pick one up, was at this drop.
Yeah. You just never know where you're going to catch one doing this. I think I might have picked up a little bit of moss. I'm having trouble staying down. Nope. All right, we just went past Trophy Run. Phil said to call it quits there, but I want to go down to Almost Lookout. I've caught some real thumpers through here doing this, and I'm actually going to reel in and check for moss on the bottom end of this run here. And I got some. There was a good thump. I lost my vibration. I probably got some moss on there. Yep. Phil's got one. It does work. Pretty good fish?
Not bad.
If there's any way you can avoid putting these fish in a net with those treble hooks, I would advise it. Because they will wrap that up. I got some pliers here for you, Phil. They will get everything twisted up in that net. And it's hard to get the fish back in the water. Tears up equipment. Nice fish. Junker.
Boy, he's fat.
Yeah, pretty fish. Oh, I thought I had one there. All right, the Bomber fat-free, you got the fry on. Did the trick for us today. We thank you all for watching.
One fish.
But one nice fish though. We will try it again tomorrow. If you get a chance, you want to look for bigger fish, try this. It does put a lot of big fish in the boat. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.